Hello and welcome to the Smashcast. My name is newcomer, and today I have Preacher Do Rocks.
Hey.
And a special guest, DJ Kirkland.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, so we're very happy to have you here, Kirkland.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you for having me.
Well, yeah, today we're here to talk about the amazing hype that is the Mii Fighters.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop.
Like, if you weren't hyped by that trailer, then there's probably something, as Reggie would say,
what's wrong with you?
Wrong with you.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So links to that, I'll have that on the screen, to our reactions, which you can go ahead and check out. But yeah, so what's up, Nico? What's up with these fighters?
well, I mean, like, would you guys like to give, actually, like, impressions first on what you thought when you saw the trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. To give some context, I was fortunate enough to attend E3 this year, so I was sitting in the media room with the rest of the guys that I was with. So I'm a writer for GayGamer.net, and we were all sitting in the media room that Tuesday morning, all ready, like surrounded, like all around my MacBook, like watching this digital event, and we get that really over the top video with Satoru Iwata and Reggie Fils-Aimé just like going at it like Scott Pilgrim style fighting,
yeah.
which I thought was hilarious. Some people thought it was cheesy, but I thought it was ridiculous, and I loved it. And I like that Nintendo has a sense of humor about themselves now, in terms of the way that they face their audience, which is amazing. So I love that. And they're fighting or whatever, and I'm like, this has to be Mii's. Mii's are going to be in the game. If they're showing the two of them themselves fighting, it's not just, oh, these are the representatives from Nintendo of Japan and Nintendo of America just going at it. Super Smash Brothers. No, this is an announcement for Mii's.
Yeah,
and
our very own Senseless made a similar prediction as that was going on.
Yeah.
Same here. I very much like how they did it, though. Like, they showed them fighting, but then all of a sudden, you see the Smash little, like, double slash mark thing go through the screen.
Oh, yeah.
That moment, like, everyone probably was dead silent.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, I think actually I might have been the opposite. I might have yelled like a little girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's either people are just, like, so enamored with it that they just halt, or they get even higher with their screeches.
Yeah. For me, it was definitely because like all my crew members were kind of like chit-chattering like amongst themselves, and I'm like, shut up! Like every time they do a Nintendo Direct and that little shing, that little slash happens on the screen, I'm like, everyone be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else is important but what's happening on the screen right now.
Yeah, I feel you.
Don't forget the new Zelda game we have.
Yeah.
So, Nico, what did you think when the Mii Fighters were revealed?
Well, yeah, I probably had like a similar opinion as everyone else, like, you know, prior to their reveal, that just like, I mean, I wasn't like the biggest fan of Mii's, but as long as they did it correctly, I would very much appreciate it. Find it just like a good thing. But, you know, the way they did it and how they have, you know, you can have like a gunner, sword fighter, brawler, they can change their heights and like the strengths and all that stuff. I just think it was really well done.
Yeah, I think I was on the same boat. Like a lot of people before the Mii's and even Pac-Man were announced, they were like, oh, I don't even want them in because they're so campy and it might not work, it might be a gimmick. But it's not like I'm a Mii fan or a Pac-Man fan or really like either of those. But like I knew it was possible, and I knew that Sakurai could do it. Not that I really knew. I wouldn't have done it how he did. This is genius. But, you know, I'm glad he did the way he did. And, you know, it's better than anything I could have ever imagined. And it's going to be fun to play with friends. I'm glad it's really casual only, because we don't need people playing as themselves in tourneys and whatnot and online. But yeah, I thought it was a really dope reveal, especially with how they did it.
Like, going into the more, like, you know, mechanical, as you would say, like, aspects of, like, these trailers, how do you guys, like, feel about the Mii Fighters playstyles?
Yeah, I had a very similar reaction. I was like, because when I saw that Gematsu leak, and I'm like, Mii's? Like, what would they do? Like, I don't understand. Like, what? Why? Why?
Balls out.
Why? I mean, this is gonna be. It's like, what a waste of a character slot. And then I see one toting a sword, one has a gun, and one's doing shoryukens, and I'm like, all right, you've got me. I'm interested. So, and then they talked about this whole aspect of them all being completely customizable, because I was under the impression that it was just you pick one of the 3 types and that was it. Those were their normals and special attacks, and that was it. Like, nope, there are variations of each type of special attack that you can pick and choose from. Yeah. And I'm like, this is surprisingly deep. This is way deeper than I thought that it would be. This is crazy. Like, I had no idea that this is what Masahiro Sakurai is cooking up in that head of his. Like, I was completely surprised by what I saw and what we can do with the Mii's in this.
Yeah, it's even like, instead of maybe other characters like Mario, where he gets a different kind of fireball. It's funny too, because Palutena, which is revealed in the same event, like has a similar thing where their special moves are completely different.
Yeah.
They're just a brand new move, so you can pick and choose, and you could probably make up stuff like, you could have a Shoryuken, you could have this and that. You could basically make a Street Fighter character.
Yeah.
I was talking to DJ earlier about how essentially for me, like, they took the Mii concept a little like a step further, and instead of just making it a character, it almost feels like a mode to me. Because it's so deep. There's so much I could do, and like the fun I'm gonna have with the Mii's is really just realizing and playing with the creation of my own. And like making a Ryu and then actually giving him a Shoryuken instead of just like playing with like some default moves. I think that's where the grace of like this concept comes from, and it's really nice. That's what I appreciate the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of feel like that there's going to be some sort of like how when you can change your button configuration in Brawl, how you had the UI where you could kind of change your buttons and stuff, and then you could test it right then and there. So I feel like that's going to kind of be a similar thing for the Mii's, where you've got your Mii and you're setting up what type of character that's going to be, and you can say, okay, let's try this out. And you're like you're in like that like waiting room, that kind of the online sandbag arena that you were in when you waited in Brawl.
Stark white.
Yeah, probably something like that, like a training room type stage, and you're just like seeing what all the moves can do, because they all have 3 different variations of an up special, a side special, and a standard and a down. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, well, let's see, now that we know that you can do combos in Smash 4, like what moves of this type of character that I want to make, what links best together, what fits my play style the best. Mm-hmm. Like I'm already, like, when it comes to games that have character creators, I'm the person that'll be in there for hours.
Yeah.
Like, tinkering and like tooling around with the sliders and all this other stuff and making my perfect character. I feel like I'm going to spend a lot of time just like sitting in whatever mode this is, to where you're setting up your Mii with the different moves that you want it to have, and just figuring out like, okay, what moves link best together, like what fits the way that I play, like, or what does the best amount of damage or whatever. Like there's so many variables now. Mm-hmm. Like seeing that there are 3 classes with 12 special attacks each, making 36 total specials.
That's a lot.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of, those are a lot of options.
So out of those 3 classes though, what would you guys say is the one that you would like to main, I guess?
Okay, personally for me, it has to be the Sword Fighter. I'm a huge fan of sword characters. Mm-hmm. So there's no way I'm going to pass that up.
Yeah, I feel like I'm leaning towards Brawler. I do really like projectiles. I'm mostly a Falco main in Brawl and Melee, but I think I just really like that up close, like not letting that person get away, chasing them down and getting them off the stage. Like, I really like that. So the brawler impressed me at least. I don't know. What about you, DJ?
Yeah, when it comes to fighting games for me, like I'm a rushdown player, so like I like to rush people down and apply a lot of pressure to my opponents. So it's like you either are going to get hit or you're gonna stuff my attacks. Like you've got to know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So the fighter, the brawler is definitely more what I'm leaning towards. It's because I like those quick hits and it's like all like the amount of combo potential that they can do is, to me, that's what's really appealing. I mean, all the classes you can do a lot of combo potential, but up close and personal kind of fighting is kind of my style. So the brawler is definitely going to be where I start off first for sure.
Dude, that shot put though.
Right. That shot put is pretty. It's pretty OP, good. Man. It's OP.
So, are you gonna trade that out for like Hadouken?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So with the Mii Fighters, we got a lot of pictures showing the stuff that they could do, like on the Smash Bros site or whatever. And there's a couple of interesting ones, like this second one where you see the brawler doing this like a up air, I assume.
It's like it almost looks like Guile's kick.
Yeah, a little bit. And then I'm assuming that other brawler is doing like a forward dash, or like a forward A.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a crouch attack.
Might be, yeah. I mean, it might be like a Mega Man thing where if you crouch and attack, you slide. That'd be kind of cool. Do you have anything to say about that, or like the next picture, since you like the swordsman?
The next picture. Oh yeah, it's funny because I was seeing all the stuff that the sword fighter could do, and he has like some crazy stuff going on. It reminds me a lot of Soul Calibur 3, and I know you guys probably played that, right?
Yeah,
like where customizable characters, I don't know, like maybe they might not have as much intricacies or such as like regular playable characters, but they have like some more crazy movements, like flying around and doing this ridiculous stuff. And that's exactly like what I see here. Like the Mii Fighter with the sword, he's doing all kinds of crazy leap stuff, like straight down with his sword flying through, like Meta Knight PM style.
Yeah, dude, it looks very swaggy. It looks powerful. Lomac does not like it at all.
No, he's not liking that.
No, not at all.
And then there's this other picture. What I'm guessing is like these two brawlers. Their outfits are they're pretty, I guess, cool. I don't know what they're trying to evoke here. Like,
okay.
One of them looks pretty punk. The other one looks like a sports dude.
Johnny Cage and Liu Kang.
Yeah. It looks pretty good. I mean, what do you think those moves are, though?
I'm looking at that picture, and then I'm looking, because they're both the brawler, and I'm looking at that screenshot from the direct and trying to see which moves these are supposed to be. I think the Mii in the red is doing the up special.
It seems like it, right?
Yeah.
They're both doing an up special.
Yeah, and then the one that goes, they're both doing it. They're doing two variations of the up special.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what the one on the right in the blue, like what that hitbox is and what it does. I guess that launches you straight up.
Yeah, and then you like come down, maybe like Ike-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then I know that the other one is like doing
like a
Chun-Li's doing like Zero Suit Samus's up B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, and that's the one that I want.
Dude, very powerful looking.
That's the one that I want.
Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then we got this other screenshot with the gunners all doing, well, two of them doing what it seems to be like a down A.
Well, actually, it looks more to me like they're all doing their up special, and it's just like showing the 3 different variations of that.
Oh, okay. So you think it's an up special?
Yeah.
What about the one on the far left? Is that like a Shoryuken?
Yeah, it's like a different like you can see that the one on the left has like this like Shoryuken blast powered. The one in the middle has like this flamethrower, I guess, property, and the one on the right is like, it looks more like smoke. Like I don't know if it's gonna just be controlled and like you can just kind of go a little bit higher than the one with the flames.
Maybe.
Yeah. No.
Definitely looks interesting. And what I like the most about this is that the gunners obviously might look a little bit like Samus, but it doesn't look like they have to play like her. You know?
Yeah.
They're very unique.
Totally.
With their Tron self and everything.
Yep.
This one isn't like exactly too compelling, but there's this 3DS screenshot where it's the gunners again in their like cowboy outfits. It's pretty cute, I guess. I just wanted to bring it up because how do you guys feel about the like outfit changing? Like we've seen a lot of variations with like the hats and the costumes. Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I like them. I know that there was a POTD picture of the day a couple weeks ago where they said that there are going to be various options for them depending on what class you pick. That they'll have a lot of different variations of what outfits they can wear. So I just don't know how much control that we have as the player, like to mix and match, or if it's like, oh, here's a cowboy theme, here's a Tron theme one, here's I guess a more generic looking one, here's a punk theme one.
Yeah. So Nico, you had something to say about that, huh?
Oh, yeah, from our Pick of the Day video that we did just recently, I think it showed up in there, that like, I mean, I've seen this before also on the character creation page of the official website, that it might only let you change the basic outfit and then the hat, and maybe also like the kind of weapon you're using.
Yeah.
And I really hope that's not the case. Like, I hope there'll be at least like, even if you're only able to change those 3 things, or those like 2 things, maybe you can only change the outfit and the hat. I hope at least that you'll be able to change the colors.
Yeah. Because I mean, it'd be cool to have like a different shirt, or maybe a different like weapon, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, most def. But I like it. I think it's cool. I mean, we already have a lot of customization with the moves themselves, and now like making them actually like a little bit more unique, you know, with those suits and whatnot. I think that's very nice, very appealing.
Yeah. I'm loving that a lot of these custom moves are giving, relate to other characters you might know from another game or so. And that like gives me hopes for costumes inspired by other characters, so you can basically just have them in the game, even though they're not actual characters.
Right. Do you think, this is a very minimal question, but do you think there's a chance of us getting Mii Fighter Amiibo statue?
No, I don't think that we will, just because like I guess Mii's are so what's the word that I'm looking for? I guess because they're
too customizable.
Yeah, too customizable that it's hard to like make an Amiibo figure for each person. I think the idea behind the Amiibo is that you pick like your favorite Nintendo character and you like fight with them and they get better, and then you're like, oh well, my Mario is different from your Mario. Let's see what they do when they fight against each other. That kind of a thing. So I think that's kind of like the focus is on like, this is my favorite Nintendo character. Let's see how my version of it faces off against yours.
Right. I don't know if you remember. I might be remembering this myself incorrectly, but I think in Brawl you could take certain settings or like a Mii with you or something like in your Wii Remote, and like you could bring that wherever. It might have not been Brawl.
So no, you're partially right. So in Brawl you could save your controller settings to because the Wii Remote has like some flash memory on it.
Yeah.
So you could like save like your controller setup. Okay. But most of us that didn't apply because we were all using GameCube controllers. But if in the off chance you were playing with somebody that used a Wii Remote and nunchuck combo and had a specific controller scheme set to it, they could then bring that over on their Wii Remote.
I was just wondering if maybe you could bring along your Mii Fighter or stuff like that.
Like I do know that for other games, like I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, just like in general, like just with the Mii channel, you could take your Miis in your Wiimote around town. So it's probably going to be the same case with Smash 4. maybe you could store your like new Mii settings in there. Then you could just take your Mii Fighter anywhere you want. I mean, of course you have to carry around this controller, but it's all fine and dandy.
Yeah.
You know, in a similar vein, something that gets me excited is the Spot Pass or the Street Pass for the 3DS. Like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, you know, seeing all these other people's like Mii Fighters? You know, I think that's like the Street Pass to another level, and then like, being able to fight them. You know, or maybe they might do that kind of whack thing where like they'll like face off privately without you knowing, and then you just get to see the results and get like money for it or something. I mean, it'd still be cool, you know.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
I can't wait to see all the Hitlers and dick faces that are in store for us, you know.
Right. Yeah. I'm wondering what the Street Pass and Spot Pass functionality will be for the game, because they haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah,
So I'm curious to see if that's kind of the angle that they'll go with it, where it's like, oh, we can pull your data from your character or something, and it kind of, I guess, creates a ghost or something like that. I don't know.
Like Mario Kart.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but the possibilities are endless because Masahiro Sakurai is doing all kinds of crazy shit that I didn't think was going to be in the game. So I have no idea.
You know, I just seeing all the crazy stuff that Mii Fighters can do, like especially with, I mean, of course, last night's picture, it isn't really like, oh, this is overpowered, but like, you know, well, obviously what I'm talking about is the side smash for the gunner, where it's like multiple shots, like really far out.
Oh yeah.
I really hope that the Mii Fighters aren't going to be like the OP character that everyone uses and everyone finds this like perfect combination. It's like the next game's Meta Knight, where you'll see nothing but that style, like between your friends online or just if they allow them like in tournaments as is.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about them being allowed in tournaments, because I think it's there are too many variables involved with the Miis, even though there's set moves that they will do, but the combinations are I think it's too hard to manage, like in terms of oh well, there's so many combinations that we don't know like what combinations are OP or broken or whatever. So I think that in terms of them being available in tournaments, we don't have to worry about. And then I know in online you can only enable them when you're playing with friends.
Yeah.
So they can be mitigated. So I think the only problem that we're going to see with them is if you're really playing in casuals and one of your friends is like, I learned how to do one move and I'm doing the same thing over and over again and it's really OP. So that's the only time that I feel like that we'll really have an issue with them. Otherwise, I don't really think it's going to be that much of a concern. Just because I think it's too random for them to be allowed in tournaments, to be completely honest. So I do wonder.
Yeah, I do wonder though if they will have like a tournament legal moveset that like a bunch of guys get together and actually say, "Oh, this is okay," you know?
Right.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I would be okay with that too.
Anything else about that, Nico? Or
Well,
I have no real final thoughts, but what about you, DJ?
Outside of that, yeah, I don't really have anything else. I think they're a definite welcomed addition to the game now that I've seen their implementation.
Hell yeah.
Because when I saw that Gematsu leak at first, I'm like, that is gonna be the dumbest thing on the planet. but after, like I said before, after seeing what they've done with them and how versatile they are and how unique that they all can kind of pretty much be, it's a welcomed addition, and I'm really pleased with the results, what we've seen so far. So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, that's where I stand. I thought it would suck, and it doesn't. So
that is every Smash newcomer reveal ever. People like, this is gonna be stupid, and then they're like, oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah.
A Wii Fit trainer, oh my god.
Exactly, and like she's like, oh, how is she gonna fight? No, she's incredible.
Top tier. Yeah.
Intentionally the best character in the game.
That's gonna be good. I'm excited. I'm a happy camper about Smash 4 and everything so far.
Yeah. But yo,
yeah, I think that wraps it up.
You know, thanks for being here, dude.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we really appreciate your company, your opinions,
Sure.
and your thoughts.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome anytime.
Cool, I appreciate it. Thank you. I will definitely reach out again whenever they have some other major reveal. I'll probably have everything to say about it, so I'll definitely want to get in on the next one.
Yeah, tonight we're gonna have Falco. You're like, I gotta go back.
I gotta go back.
Yeah, and also thank you to you, the viewer/listener, for watching/listening. Make sure to like this video, comment, whatever the heck you think about it, subscribe, follow us on Twitter maybe, @SmashCastTweets, all that good stuff, and we hope to see you next time.
Yeah, peace out.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.